Hey everyone, welcome to Attack on Productions. Coming at you with Attack on TCG Fluff here, and with me I've got...
Jeff, you know and love me. Um, as always, guys, do the like and subscribe, hit that bell, do all that good stuff. We love you guys, so please love us. We got some decks that came out, the new starter decks. They dropped. We picked them up, so we're going to do a little bit of a product profile for you guys, show you off what it is, and then do kind of like an analysis of it.
Yeah.
We've got both of them. We're doing the first video. We're going to be showing you Gogeta first, its deck, and then we're also going to have the new Shenron leader. So be sure to check that one out. We'll be dropping that here in a few moments. So just be sure to stick with us for those. But yeah, when you buy two of them, and you buy two starter decks, guys, you end up getting dash packs. So we got some dash packs. We're going to go ahead and open those and hopefully get something awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to the Janemba leader in here, so I hope we get one of those in either of the cases. But today we're focusing on Resurrected Fusion, which is the Gogeta starter deck. I'm super excited for this. I think this deck is really solid from everything that I've seen on it. I guess we'll go on ahead and get into it and start opening up. All right, so here you can see we've got the Resurrected Fusion starter deck, and then we've also got our dash pack. So I'm going to go ahead and open the dash pack first. I think
he's been chomping at the bit.
I've almost opened this thing like 20 times, but I want to open it just to see how disappointed I am. And we've got Inferno Forged Hellfighter 17.
Pretty nice.
So this was the other one that I was halfway excited about because I'm looking forward to Super 17 and the new set that drops next Friday. So I'm not going to cry. It's a really pretty card. 3 drop, 2 energy, 2 green specified cost, dual attack, 19,000. Not bad. I could definitely see him having some uses somewhere, especially with the Super 17 lineup. But I'm just going to move that to the side and get that out of the way and get into the bread and butter of the deck. So we've got Resurrected Fusion. On the front, it's got awesome Gogeta art. You can see the leader through the top. If you flip it over, it gives you a list of all the cards on the back. It does come with 2 of each of these starter deck specific cards that will not be available in any other set and only here. So if you are interested in having a full play set, you will need to buy 2.
Which is also beneficial, so when you buy 2 starter decks, you get a dash pack. So that's kind of the way to go. Just buy 2. That way you have full play sets.
Absolutely.
And get an extra card.
And I'm a big fan of the starter deck exclusives in this one. So we've got the Ultimate Fusion and Reborn Gogeta, which is definitely not as good as the one that's coming out in Miraculous Revival next week, but he's still going to be good. And then we've also got the Fusion Reborn Son Goku and Vegeta. I personally like the cards. I'm going to try to use them. They may not be good, but I'm going to try them out. So kind of getting into the box, I did go in and cut the tape beforehand, but I've not actually opened anything in here. When you open everything, set the box to the side. When you do open everything, you got your deck box. You've got your deck here. It doesn't come with a box, unfortunately. But then you also get the handy new play mats. I believe they have custom arts for both the Shenron's Wish and Resurrected Fusion that shows the battle area, combo area, energy area. These are really awesome if you're getting started playing the game and you want to learn how to set up your play area. I won't use these, but the art is pretty cool. And then on the back, I believe it's a Game Fact Q&A.
It's Q&A. The other thing that comes with it is actual new set rulings, because a lot of stuff that came out in this set does kind of change the general mechanics of the game.
I mean, keywords I'm seeing here, new keywords for this set include Burst, Sparkling Wish, and Dragon Ball. Yeah. So
the other real big thing is, like, when you buy a starter deck, you get this big beautiful rule book. Kind of, it's not really a rule book. It's more of like a kind of a rough.
It's very rough.
Yeah.
It just take the time, read through it.
Yeah.
It's not particularly intuitive, and probably my biggest critique of the Dragon Ball game. It doesn't explicitly describe everything, but it does a pretty good job. It's not overwhelming to attempt to look at and go over.
Yeah, it gives you like the basic flow of turn sequence,
yeah,
and then just how certain keywords work.
I know for us, it generated a lot of chaos when we were learning like how super combos work and things like that. But it is great. You do get one of each of these with every starter deck that you buy. So we'll set those to the side and kind of get them out of the way and kind of get into the meat of this.
There's a pull tab like a cigarette pack.
Is there really?
Yes, there is.
There sure is.
Yep.
Where does it start? Right there, I think. Oh, sorry, I don't have nails here. I'm going to struggle, and we're going to waste half the video opening.
I have nails.
I don't have nails. Sorry.
Oh, man. Where did it go?
Go to the side, guys.
There it is.
Oh.
Oh.
See, it wasn't just me.
No, it's
And I
terrible.
don't want to use my teeth on camera, so...
Yeah. Here.
Do you have a knife?
Maybe I just wasn't seeing it. Our tech guy will help us.
Ah, see,
He
this
found
is
it.
why we keep Bancroft around.
I thought you
We were
fired-
grabbing on the wrong side.
We
So,
fire Bancroft weekly and rehire him.
I will say this though. This is one thing I'm such on the fence about it. It's their packaging of their product it's anti-theft, which is awesome, but trying to get into it, I'm scared to death I'm going to tear it up because the packaging is so hard to open.
Right.
There are little pull tabs on the packs,
But we couldn't find it.
but even if you open it the way that you're supposed to, it still doesn't quite open.
So
But
I guess I'll get back into it. So this is the new leader. It's got this awesome foiling. I think it's probably one of the only times that I've liked the shatter foil in the cards. The front side of the leader, we've got Gogeta, who's burst 2. So when he attacks, you take the top 2 cards of your deck, put them in the drop area, and then you draw 1 card. The auto, or the awaken, when you're at 4 or less life, choose 2 of your energy, switch them to active mode, and then flip the card over. On this side, he boosts up to a 15,000 attack. His auto sparkling 5 so if you have 5 cards in your drop area, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. If you have 3 or more energy, this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. And if you have 5 or more energy, this card gains double strike, which works awesome with one of the cards in the deck. But then it's activate main. Choose 1 card from your hand and place it in your drop area. Then your opponent can only activate counter skills once per turn for the duration of the turn. So that's really awesome. I'm super excited for this leader. I'm going to do a lot with him. I'm going to try to use him to his full and really test him out.
he looks a lot of fun. Like it really is a pretty cool one. There's a movie version that came out.
A little more limited in its utility.
Vastly more limited, really, because it only allows you to put cards of a certain energy level in your deck, and that kind of really limits your play.
But if I remember correctly, he had a decent effect. It
It
just
had a
really
pretty cool
limited.
effect, but it was the deck as a whole would be limited. So this is a better card.
We're going to kind of set him aside there. Then we've got the 5-drop Ultimate Fusion Gogeta. Now, the 5-drop, referring to the amount of energy it costs to play him, is a little misleading. He does have double strike, but he also has Union Fusion, which is 2 blue energy and 2 colorless energy, so only 4 energy. But when you do that, you discard a Goku and Vegeta from your hand whose power is the same. So I like that they kept that aspect. You know, you've got a Goku and Vegeta, both have 20,000. You discard him from your hand and play him. He has a sparkling 5 effect, so when you have 5 cards in your drop area, when you play this card, you draw 2 cards, then choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom of the owner's deck in any order. So there's a little bit of control out of this. I really like this card. I'm going to end up using it in some degree in future decks that I build, though I'm really looking forward to the ones that are coming out of Miraculous Revival, especially the 7-drop.
Yeah, the 7-drop looks good. I'm a little disappointed, though, with the secret rare being a Gogeta. I'm kind of done with Bandai saying, hey, Goku has to be the secret rare in everything.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Definitively the main character, but I am a little tired of secret rare Gokus. Yeah. So you get one holo and then 1 non-foil version of the card. So you do get 2 of this with the starter deck. Then you also get the Fusion Reborn Vegeta. When you place this card in your drop area as part of Union Fusion, if your leader is Gogeta, which in this case it is, you choose 1 of your energy and switch them back to active mode. So not only are you getting the effects for playing the Gogeta, you're also getting the effects of the Fusion Reborn Vegeta as well. And if you have to hard cast him, he's 3 energy and 20,000. That's nothing to snuff at either. So I'm really excited for this. These I really want to test out. I think they're going to be big play extenders. But you do get 2 of the Fusion Reborn Vegetas. So And then you get the counter to that is the Fusion Reborn Son Goku. When you send him from your hand to the drop area for Union Fusion, you draw 1 card. So I believe that's a total of drawing 3 cards, which is deceiving because you're discarding 2. But you're drawing 3 cards, retapping 1 energy, and placing 2 cards on your opponent's battlefield to the bottom of their deck. So it's a lot of value for 4 energy.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot's going on. It's pretty fantastic.
I like it. They do have the same power cost, so they're both 20,000.
I will say it's a really flashy play. It'll be flashy.
It is really flashy, but it also works well with the Veku. So if you start out turn 1, you can drop both of those with the Veku to thin your deck, and plus get those added benefits for extended plays. But you also get 2 of those. There's the non-foil Gogeta. It's exactly the same as the one we visited before. And then we also get the other starter deck exclusive is the Great Salmon, which is a 3-drop for 30,000. That's pretty massive.
Yeah, normally 3-drops have only been at 20K or at 15. Yeah. So the fact that we have a 30,000 that's a 3-drop is a pretty big deal. He is a vanilla in the sense that he has nothing else going for him. He has no skills, no text on him, but still 3-drop 30K. Yeah. That's just a big card to throw out there.
Unless they were doing something specifically to use him, when I go to readjust this deck, I probably won't use any of the Great Salmon.
I could see that.
But they've got big butts on them, so, I mean, it's nice to have that. Then we've got kind of we've seen cards like this before. The Ready Stance on Goku. It's 2 energy, has blocker and barrier for 5,000. Not fantastic, nothing to really snuff at. I mean, it's just not that fantastic. This is another one that I would probably drop.
Yeah, easily could put something else in there.
But you get 4 of those,
yep.
So 3, 4. Then we get into kind of the vanilla cards of the starter deck. You get the Super Saiyan Son Goku, which is a 2-drop for 20,000. That's fantastic value if you have to play it. But even more than that, there's a card in here, Veku, that specifically grabs the Super Saiyan Son Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta from the deck and thins your deck out, which is really common with what Hirudegarn was doing with Minosha and Hirudegarn. So it's deck thinning. It sets up future Gogeta plays or future Veku plays.
And also, because it's a 2-drop card, it fits underneath the dimensional support Trunks. So instead of doing a Shu control, you can now do a Goku control,
which also
has even more power.
Has the versatility of being able to
set up other plays. So
Potara Fusion.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
These I will definitely be using. But you get 4 of these, which is, I mean, so 1 starter deck, you're setting yourself up there. We do get the new super combos. I love the way they've set up the new super combos.
So much better.
Yeah. So this one, you out the gate, doesn't matter if it's turn 1 or turn 2, you get the 10,000 power for free. And these Sparkling 5, when you have 5 cards in your drop zone, you get the 1 draw. I absolutely love the way that they're changing super combos.
It's a lot better.
It's a lot better. So we get 4 of those in the form of the Great Salmon Town Hero. And he's a 2-drop 15,000, which isn't bad for a super combo.
No. It's actually a little bit higher because normally super combos are only 12K.
Yeah.
And him being a 15 makes him actually a viable attacker.
If you have to do it, you could do it. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it, but you could do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but yeah.
We've now got the Ki Barrage Son Goten. At the end of your turn, return this card to hand. Very similar to the Pan that we saw in World Martial Arts Tournament, though he doesn't take the life
or get any power.
But this sets up the Gotenks play. Mm-hmm. So you can play him, attack, and get him back to your hand for future Gotenks fun. I do like it for that purpose. He is 10,000. There is a Trunks that pairs with him in here, and there's also a Gotenks that is a draw machine.
True.
When you play with these, I believe we get 4 of these as well.
Nice.
4. Okay, and then the counter to the Super Saiyan Goku, we've got the vanilla Super Saiyan Vegetas. Same thing, 20,000 for a 2-drop. I'm not going to spend any time on those. And then we've got the Ki Barrage Trunks, which was the mirror to the Goten for the Gotenks that's in here. When you play this card, choose 1 card in your life and add it to your hand. If you do, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and return it to its owner's hand. So a lot like Blue's Tapion before.
Yeah, just a little bit smaller.
Super disruptive. 2-drop, so it's quicker and it enables you to control the field more. Though if we're playing it for the Trunks, you probably won't play this, or the Gotenks, you probably won't play this too often, to be honest. But we do get 4 of these. 3, 4. And then we've got Vexing Outcome Veku, which is probably one of the cards that I'm most excited for. So it's a 1 energy Union Fusion. It's Union Fusion. Requires a Son Goku and Vegeta card. But it's only 1 energy, so this is a turn 1 play. You can turn 1 Union Fusion with this guy if you've got the Goku and Vegeta in hand. Activate main, place this card in your drop area so you can attack with him, and then activate the activate main once the battle is resolved. Choose up to 1 each of a blue Super Saiyan Son Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta card with an energy cost of 2 from your deck and add them to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Then if you played him using Union, draw 1 card. So
that's 3 cards to hand. That's pretty fantastic.
Right. It's deck thinning. It sets up extra Gogeta plays. You're drawing, plus you get the turn 1 10,000 attack, and plus you're setting up sparkling effects later in the game.
True.
So I really like him. I will be running him at 4 in the Gogeta deck. I really think this is going to be the turn 1 play.
Yeah, I can see that. Mulligan your entire hand to make sure that you have one of those and a Goku and a Vegeta.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a little awkward to try to get off, but I really love that card. Then we get into the quick thinking Gotenks. I almost think you could make an entire deck based around this card. It's a draw factory.
Yeah,
15,000 critical Union Potara, 2 blue energy. You need a Son Goten and a Youth Trunks whose power is the same. Auto, when you play this card with Fusion, draw 2 cards. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. So it's a little deceptive because you're discarding the Goten and the Trunks in the beginning, but you're replacing them with 2 cards, and then every time he attacks, he draws.
Now, there are other Gotenks cards that work in tandem with this. It's good. I built a mono red Gotenks, and I'm reconsidering it now because of the new Gotenks cards that we've got, to making it a red-blue combo. And I think it'll make it just excel even more.
No, I love this card. I'm honestly, I'm going to build a deck focused on Gogeta, and I'm not going to use the Gotenks just because I don't want to muddle up with all the Goten and Trunks.
Yeah.
But with the masked, with the Mighty Mask cards out there to add Trunks and Gotens to your hand, he's going to be super viable. He's a good draw machine. He's got critical. There's really no downsides to him, I don't think.
No.
I just love it. It's a good card.
And you could easily put a double strike onto him, and with the East Supreme Kai or the old school Champa, and he'd just be disgusting. It'll be fantastic.
There are Gotenks that evolve from Gotenks on the field that have decent effects in their own right. They've just not been easy to play. I think this makes them easier to play.
Oh, yeah.
So
it'll make it awesome.
So you get 4 of those, which is fantastic. You get 1 of the King Yema Soul Supervisor.
I love that card.
So it's a 2-drop, 1 blue energy, 10,000. When you play this card, you choose 2 cards, 2 non-black cards from your opponent's drop area and place them at the bottom of your opponent's deck in any order. If you do, draw 1 card. This is going to be really disruptive for
Janemba.
The Janemba specifically. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's going to shut down the Janemba play. The 4 and 5 drop from Janemba that's coming out of the set is designed to constantly cycle each other back and forth from the bottom of deck and warp. And that's the whole purpose of it. Well, King Yama's going to shut that down.
And also, it might shut down. It's a soft counter to the secret rare Gogeta that's coming out that needs a Goku and Vegeta in the graveyard. So you can send a Goku and Vegeta back to the deck and kind of lock them out of that second secret rare attack.
It also hurts like anybody who is relying on the sparkling, where you have to have so many in the grave.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you shut him down.
He's not fantastic. I think he's going to see more side deck play than actual main deck play.
Oh, yeah, definitely a sider.
Specifically if Janemba somehow gets traction, but I don't see it. So
I don't know. It might. We'll see.
So we get 2 of those. Then we get the controversial card, Dimension Magic. I almost feel like we're looking at another flute here.
It's going to get banned or limited because it's broken as hell.
Something's going to happen with it. Counterattack, if your leader is blue, negate the attack. Then choose 2 of your blue energy and switch them back to active mode. So it did what Whis' Coercion did,
Plus Sensu.
plus Sensu Bean. A lot of people think this card is super excessive. I completely agree. Yes, it is limited to blue, whereas Whis could pay a blue, retap a yellow if you needed for different things. So it limits its usefulness here. But blue was already so good at energy management.
And they just was like, hey,
here's more.
And the reason why I think this was a bad move on Bandai's part is they came out earlier and said that they were trying to get people to stop playing the same leaders over and over, trying to diversify the game.
This did not have that effect.
No, all they did was just make it to where all we're going to play is blue leaders.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bandai.
I don't need Super Saiyan 3 anymore because I've got Dimension Magic.
Yep.
Sparkling 5, if you have 5 cards in your drop zone, you can use 1 life instead of paying its energy cost. So
that means you take a life and now you're getting
retapping 2
energy
to defend.
It's retarded.
It's a lot, but I do like the card. I just don't necessarily think it was the most correct form of balance for the game at this point. Yeah. But you do get 4 of them with the starter deck, so if you want to leg up, there it is.
Yeah, that's go buy this deck.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just for that.
I like this deck. I think there's a lot of value in it.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there. There's only a handful of things that I see to take out.
Yeah.
And it's only to focus in on what you're trying to do.
Yes. And then we've got Soul Punisher. So Soul Punisher is an activate main. If your leader card is Gogeta, that leader card gains 15,000 power and critical. Now, if you remember going back and looking at the leader, on the back end, so the leader draws when he attacks. Then if you have 3 or more energy, this card gains 5,000. So that puts him at 20,000. If you have 5 energy, he gains double strike. So now he's getting another 15,000 here. So that's 35,000 double strike critical on the leader. And his activate main, they can only activate 1 counter per turn. And with the way that this can throw out Gogetas and future Gogetas, where you're going to be playing Gogetas, then EX evolving into the secret rare, you're throwing 4 or 5 attacks out a turn. They can only counter once.
No.
So
they have to pick and choose, and it's just scary.
Yeah. Soul Punisher, I will plan on using this in the Gogeta deck itself. So that's really it for the deck. I did mention at a few points in there that I had thought of a few things to take out. So kind of when building a deck, one of my main considerations is win condition. How does the deck win? And obviously when Miraculous Revival comes out, that will be the 7-drop Gogeta plus the secret rare Gogeta. But until then, I thought an alternative might be the Ultra Instinct Sign Son Goku and the Spirit Bomb Goku. I love those cards. I think they're super controlling. So cards that I would pair with this deck and making, I won't go through what I would take out, but I will show you cards that I would pair with it. Again, it's running the Dimension Magic, so you don't need Whis' Coercion anymore. You could absolutely play Whis' Coercion, but I would definitely play 4 Sensu Bean for more energy manipulation. This is going to let you get through your Union Fusions faster. It's going to let you
just do nuts.
Extend your plays, defend against hyper aggro early game.
This is why blue is broken, guys.
It is.
Sensu Bean is really the bane of everyone else.
Yeah. So, and then also with Sensu Bean, we've got energy manipulation is blue's game. So we're going to use it. The Gogeta is a blue leader, so we will be using the Unyielding Spirit Trunks. This has pretty much been standard since this card came out in BT2. It's fantastic until it goes away. I would expect to see this being played, especially with stuff like EX Evolves and things like that.
It extends so much.
It extends a ton. We do have multiple Gokus that are 2-drops. We could play Preface of Recovery, though Preface of Recovery didn't really fit with any of the Vegetas.
No.
So I chose to play Rapid Onslaught Super Saiyan Son Goku. Doesn't retap your energies, but it's a good segue into the Ultra Instincts. It's another Goku that pairs with the Vegeta if you need it for fusion. It's got the same attack. And that's what we were kind of saying before. I mean, if you look at the new Vegeta, a 2-drop with 20,000. The old Goku is a 5-drop or an Evolve for 3 energy that also has 20,000. Now, granted, he does have an effect, but that's how powerful these are.
Yeah.
Just kind of by comparison to one of the earlier promos in the game. And then from there, that is our segue to play the Ultra Instincts. I would play those at 3. A goodie. It's an oldie, but a goodie. It's just a good one. You're going to be in a good position after playing this card. And then I'd also play one of the Ultimate Spirit Bomb Son Goku. So this is pretty much a win condition in itself. Your opponent can't counter this attack, and you're pretty much comboing with all of your energy. So you're going to play this and really go for game. But we're also going to use the Gojitas to really push for game and control the field. So if I counted correctly, that was 16 cards. So buying these 16 cards, and nothing in here is super expensive. I think maybe the Rapid Onslaughts are the most. I think those are $8 a piece at the time of recording this. But so if you're trying to get into the game, these 16 cards plus the starter decks. So buying 2 starter decks, you're going to obviously use the leader. I would use 3 of the Soul Punisher here. I'm kind of just working backwards here, guys. 3 of the Soul Punisher. I'd use 4 Dimension Magic because they're good, and until they say we can't, we will. Yeah. Wouldn't use the King Yama, so we're going to take those out. Again, I said that the Trunks, or the Gotenks, is good on its own, but will probably get a little muddled with other things. Yeah. So taking the Gotenks out. None of the Gotenks, none of the Gotens, none of the Trunks. But we are going to play 4 of the Vexing Outcome Veku. I think these are going to be fantastic for turn 1 plays, setting up future Gogeta plays, filling your drop zone for sparkling effects. So we're going to play 4 of those. Then our new super combo, instead of having to resort to the Piccolo, is going to be the new Great Saiyaman Town Hero.
Which is nice. We'll see the boost attack Piccolo is going to drop in price.
It's going to fade. And like I said, this is a really friendly time to get into the game. Then we're also going to play 4 of these Super Saiyan Son Goku for the Veku play. We're going to drop these ready stances. We just don't need them anymore. We're going to drop these Great Saiyaman. We're going to use both of the... I'm going to actually hold on to that one for timing's sake. Now, when you buy 2 starter decks, you need this for the full play sets of the Fusion Reborn Son Goku and Fusion Reborn Vegeta. So that would give you 4 of each of those, as opposed to the 2 that come with the 1. And I've actually got my other starter deck over here that's sleeved for our match. So I'm not going to pull those out and show you, but I would use 4 of those. And then we're going to use 4 of the Super Saiyan Vegeta, as those pair with the Veku. And then we're going to drop the Gotens. And then 2 Gogeta, I believe that puts us at 49. I'd play 3 of the 5-drop Gogeta. So that's kind of my thoughts on building with this. And of course, that will change once Miraculous Revival comes out.
Yeah, there's so many things that are coming that are just going to explode the game. Those
Ultra Instinct Gokus are going to become the 7-drop. And the Spirit Bomb Son Goku will become the secret rare, assuming I can get a hold of it, which I'm going to get a hold of it one way or the other.
Yeah, we'll get that. Whether we pack it or we have to buy it outright, it's going to happen.
I would like to do a deck profile on that, and like a full-on deck profile and a duel with that kind of altered deck. Because I think it'll be fun. Like I said, I'm super excited for this. Veku looks like a lot of fun. Gogeta seems really good, especially once we get into Miraculous Revival. But I think that's it on my end. I don't think there's anything else I need to discuss.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Make sure you guys check in. We've also got the Shenron's Wish deck that is also up. Jeff is going to preview that. What would he change about it if he were to take that deck and try to make a deck? And it'll kind of give you the preview of things through Jeff's point of view as far as deck profile. So make sure you check in for that. And
I think that's it.
The stupid catchphrase?
George Clinton, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah, that one. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed and found it informative. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much.
No, it sounds good.
No. So, all right, guys, we'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by.